Hi guys, today we're going to be looking at using formal methods to multiply two two-digit numbers together. Now, it's important before you do this that you watch the last multiplication video so that you understand how exchanging works in multiplication. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to assume that you know how to do that already and already have a good grasp of how you would multiply a two-digit number by a single-digit number. So, let's get started with this one. I'm going to start off by lining up my columns carefully. So I've got the 8 and the 5 lined up for the units, and the 2 and the 3 lined up for the tens. Now, like with a single digit multiplication, I'm going to just worry about this 5 just now, and I'm going to multiply that by both numbers here. So the first calculation I'm performing is 5 times 8. And the answer to that is 40. Now the 40 is made up of a 0, which fits in the units column, and a 4, which doesn't fit in the units column. It's going to have to move up to the tens column. Okay, so that's the 4 tens from the 40 moving up into the tens column. Next, I do 5 times 2, which is 10, but then I have to add on this 4, so I actually have 14 there. So the answer to 5 times 28 is 140. That's me dealt with the 5. The 5 now doesn't need to be worried about anymore. Now I'm going to start concerning myself with the 3 here. So I'm going to be using my 3 times table for the next few calculations. But what we need to think about here is place value. This is not actually a 3. In fact, it's a 30. 30 is 10 times bigger than 3. And so our answers are going to need to be 10 times bigger. In order to make them 10 times bigger, we're going to start off this next row by first of all writing a 0 in the units column. Now that's acting as a placeholder to make everything 10 times bigger. So whatever answers I do now, they're all going to be 10 times bigger. Now, I can proceed with my normal multiplication, so I'm going to do 3 times 8, and then I'm going to do 3 times 2. So 3 times 8, the answer to that one is 24. So I can write down the 4, and the 2 from the 20 can go up into the next column and wait to be used in the next calculation. So that was the 3 times 8, our answer was 24. Next, we do our 3 times 2. The answer to that one is 6, but I need to add on this 2, so it becomes 8. So that 2 has now been dealt with. I don't need to worry about that 2 anymore. Lastly, to get our final answer, we add these columns together as if we were doing formal addition. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 4 plus 4 is 8. And 1 plus 8 is 9. So our final answer is 980. Now, a common mistake that people make is that they add all the numbers in these columns. So they'll often add on the numbers that they've exchanged from earlier. However, you need to remember that you've actually used them already. This 4 was used already in this calculation, and this 2 was used already in this calculation, so you don't need to worry about them again. You just add on the larger numbers together, and that gives you your final answer.